my Blues, it's Stephen here on BlueMoonRisingTV, and I'm joined by Alex the Man Hilton.
Did you forget my name?
I didn't, I just wanted a dramatic pause. Champions League style draw. But this is it, this is the big one, isn't it? We're in the Champions League semi-finals, this is the draw.
It's big, biggest draw they do. They don't come bigger than this. Three massive teams.
Apart from the final one, obviously.
Manchester.
Terrible,
Yeah.
you did it earlier, that joke.
But yeah, you're feeling confident?
I'm feeling very confident. This is what it's all about, isn't it? This is what we've been waiting for. We finally arrived at Europe's elite stage. We're in the final four of the Champions League. And as ever, we're going to do our Champions League prediction, and we're going to do a bingo for the obviously awkward moments that will plague this whole ceremony, as it always does. Should we get on to the prediction then, do you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon so.
Just go on prediction then for the draw.
So,
what do we reckon? What do we reckon then?
Well, I think fate's inevitable. I think we might pull out Mr. Pep Guardiola's Bayern Munich.
Do you reckon? Do you reckon it's in the clouds? In the clouds? In the stars?
I think there's just too much around it, and it will be. It's the one the TV draws want to come out. Atletico Real and City and City Bayern Munich.
Yeah, I mean I can't. It's going to be. I mean I agree with you how it's a bit of a. It's going to be too much around it, too much of a sideshow and all that. But yeah, you're probably right. It's City Bayern.
All right, and are you having Manchester City at home first or Bayern Munich at home first?
Bayern at home first, I reckon.
But Bayern at home first?
Yeah, Bayern City. If you haven't already, by the way, Braden's draw. Braden picked us to it, and we got Real Madrid, didn't we, in Braden's draw? I think.
Yeah.
Braden knows. I'll take that. I hope Braden's right. I'll be honest. So Bayern Munich versus Manchester City. This is what's going to come out of the hat. Heard it here first.
Atletico and Real.
Atletico and Real. That's a good game, isn't it? You know what? If that happens, Atletico are doing that, I reckon.
Oh, it's Atletico, isn't it? Oh, no.
Because I did a H.
Also, I think this
You used the permanent marker.
Oh, no.
So what, I've got a tip for this. Go over it in the board market. It comes up, watch.
Already.
This is Housewife Tips with BlueMoonRisingTV here. Look at that.
Nah, it's just definitely made it worse. Bayern Munich and MCFC, Atletico versus Real Madrid. Do you think that if we play Bayern Munich at the Etihad first and have to go to the Allianz for the second leg, is that the kiss of death? Does that make a difference? I think if we went to Bayern first and brought them back to the Etihad, I think we could get a draw away at the Allianz and to win at home.
Do you know what? For some reason, I wouldn't. I know it's kind of sacrilege to say that because it's Bayern, but I don't know. I think we'd raise our game immensely. I think we'd just step it up a level against Bayern, and I would fancy us doing it away from home. Really. I don't know why.
Well, we've done it at Allianz before when it really mattered. I think that Sergio Aguero, people say Manchester City haven't got history. Sergio Aguero taking Bayern Munich to part in the second half at the Allianz Arena. That beats Liverpool beating Dortmund any day of the week.
Don't forget, though, Liverpool are the only team left in Europe. Oh wait, no. Well, wait, no.
Liverpool are the only team in the world. You would have thought after Twitter last night.
Oh, yeah, that was interesting, wasn't it? But
come on, we're not here to talk about Liverpool. We're here to talk about Manchester City.
City.
Do you think the same applies to the Bernabeu then? Do you think we can go to the Bernabeu and win? Do you think we can go to Atletico and win?
Do you know what? I said it on the previews, but sometimes in history you see teams where they do this thing where they underperform in the league, and then they underperform in the league and they excel in the European competitions. And we've seen it with Chelsea in the past when they won the Champions League, and Liverpool. That wasn't their peak seasons in the league, but they still found this extra level in the cup competitions. And it's the whole cliche about there's no easy teams at the level, and there really isn't. But I'd want Real Madrid, but I think we could go to Bernabeu and maybe get a draw and do similar to what we did against PSG. You know, then take them back to the Etihad.
It seems weird hearing a City fan go, "Oh yeah, we'd get a Bernabeu and get a point."
What a difference Kevin De Bruyne makes say.
Yeah.
Like 2.5 weeks ago, I'd been like, we're out, we're going to be out. But De Bruyne comes back, everyone looks great. We start scoring again, and the world's a happier place. You know, what a ginger man.
Who do you fear most?
I fear Bayern the most. Yourself?
Yeah, I think Bayern Munich have got the most about them in terms of their league is all but won. You're looking at Atletico and going, they look strong this year.
Yeah, they do.
But Atletico have got La Liga to kind of on both
They're
fronts.
a cup team, aren't they, though? They're like a dogged fight. They've got a bit of a Mourinho's Chelsea under them. They're the best in terms of how they dig in. Even when Mourinho's at Inter as well, they kind of dig in, make it incredibly hard to beat. Exceptionally strong defensively. But they just kind of... They dig in and make it really difficult.
I think it means a lot more to Diego Simeone, the Champions League, just because he's done the impossible. And he took Atletico to the top of La Liga, toppled Barcelona and Madrid and that kind of dual domination of La Liga.
Yeah.
He got past that, he won La Liga now. But the one thing he didn't do was win the Champions League. And I think that's if it came down to prioritising, I think they would prioritise the Champions League.
Yeah.
But they're going to try and go for the double. And I think with Real Madrid, there's never a good time to play Real Madrid. But if there's going to be a year that we do them, I think this is the one.
Why not? Let's make it our year. Should we get on to the bingo? Right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, basically, what we're going to do is we're going to do as ever. There's going to be loads of cliches going throughout this whole event. So we've got a few random points, and then we're going to choose 4 each, I reckon. So Alex, you can go first if you want. Then what's your?
These are the sort of cliches that we think is going to happen. So I think there's definitely going to be a dramatic dramatic, sexy montage.
A sexy montage.
Of usually an Italian footballer, a little bit overrated, scoring loads of goals in the Champions League. So I'm going to put a dramatic montage as my first one.
Do you know what? I'm going to go for the obvious long-winded explanation, which isn't needed seeing it's a semi-final draw, but they'll find a way, I guarantee you, they'll find a way to make it incredibly confusing and totally necessary. But that's the Champions League draw for you.
All right.
Your second one?
I want to go for someone struggling with a ball, someone who can't quite open it.
Fondling the ball.
Fondling ball.
Fondling balls live on telly is totally not an innuendo in any shape or form.
You can't have an innuendo at 10 o'clock on a Friday morning.
Well, what's the point? I'm going to go for execs like, your Bergensteins or whatever, Sarianas, whispering into someone's ear with a wry smile on the face. So, like a big brass whispering.
Alright. Big brass whispering.
Big brass whisper.
Alright. I want to go for like a nervous laughter.
When the name comes out of the hat.
Yeah, when someone makes like a rubbish joke and then like no one in the audience.
Like this whole stream.
Yeah.
I love that moment when they look over and they go, poof, and they all smile and they go,
I miss Gianni Infantino.
Who doesn't?
I mean, he's my favourite executive that looks like a thumb, and like all the kind of like he made it watchable because now they're going to replace him with someone in a tie who's got zero personality and isn't really a football fan.
Well, on that subject, we will get a glamorous assistant who. The draws come out. Glamorous assistant who will translate. I reckon. So it'll be someone who's obviously some woman they grabbed because she's pretty and she'll be translating. Right. Your last one?
I'm going to go for. What do we come up with?
Awkward joke.
Oh, sorry about that. I'll tell you what. Let's leave it at 3 each.
3 each.
3 each. Get in touch with us in the comments. Your Champions League bingo, your sort of cliches, things you expect to see.
It's starting. This is it. The Champions League draw.
Should we hold hands, Stephen? I'm nervous. Right.
Well, this is a handshake.
Yeah,
hold hands. Here we go.
There we are.
Here we go. This is all it's about. Bring back Infantino. We've got Pedro Pinto now instead.
You wait for it. That sounds right, doesn't it? UEFA Champions League draw semi-final.
Oh, there they are. Wait, someone. See, here's the whispering.
That's your executive.
Is that whispering? We've got an exec whispering. There we go.
Bingo.
Bingo. What's a strong start here? Oh, look at him. There's the man, Bergenstein.
Looking right.
Cheeky, as we like to call him. As like everyone likes to call him, let's be honest, that's his name. That makes sense. Oh, here's the dramatic montage. We've got Rose bikes.
If you're not watching, we're seeing lots of romantic shots of Milan. There's a second shot of some pigeons. There's reference to Leonardo da Vinci.
Kids playing football, obviously.
Kids playing football. I'm having that dramatic montage.
This is as dramatic as it gets. We've got a bus. Oh, is it Met? Look at all the slow motion.
Splash of water, slow motion. There's some sort of sexy music over the top.
Sexy
and it
music.
Fades out into a sunset, of course.
And a time lapse. There has to be a time lapse.
Yeah.
This is Vimeo gold. This would be a stat pick on Vimeo.
The thing is, this doesn't need to happen. We don't need to be told that the Champions League is exciting.
Well, you're trying to say we don't need pigeons? I think you'll find we do need pigeons. This is San Siro. Braden, San Siro, we are coming. We are coming at the end of May, as the little star sign. This is, they do milk it, don't they? You forget until you actually watch it and realise how much they do milk this thing.
We don't need to be told. Everyone knows how important the Champions League. Everybody there knows. We don't need to be shown that it's exciting.
Oh, this is it's going to be buying, isn't it? What do you reckon? Any comments coming through, Jamie? Get any questions as well. So who's this bloke here? I've not seen, what's his face? Are they going to go straight into the draw? See, I don't really think he counts as a glamorous assistant. This is the mayor of Milan, Giuliani Pisappi. He isn't a glamorous assistant. Well, it depends on your taste, I guess, but he's not to my glamorous definition. Is anyone on the phone yet? Go on, what's your gut saying? Is it still Bayern?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just looking at this mayor, and he looks knackered. Like he looks like he's just like he had to get up at 6 o'clock this morning, and he fell out the wrong side of bed, and it's like drop the kids off at school.
Oh, he's had a very light night.
Yeah,
there's been a big pre-party for this, I reckon.
I'll tell you what, with the record of Italian politicians, maybe we just
out
with the lads of the town, yeah.
Yeah.
A few egg bombs at a strip club. Hang on, lads, just need to nip by.
He's got to do a quick draw.
Yeah.
He's still in the middle of it. He's going to go back to it straight after this finishes. It'll only be a quick one. He'll be there, half an hour done. The bag's under his eyes. That is a hardcore politician. Who is he, the Silver Fox? He's dramatic, isn't he? See, there's a lot of execs here, you don't see it. There's about 50 people in this room.
Is that Pirlo? Pirlo rocking up the Bayern Munich executive.
I think it's a man with good hair. And he's like, oh, it must be Pirlo. It's Italian bloke sat in the room, and Alex got quite excited. I'm a big fan of those mics on sticks.
I want to hear people's predictions. People getting on the comments, getting on who they think they're going to play. Who people want and who they play. People seem divided. I thought, for me, Bayern Munich is like a definite avoid.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are going, no, I reckon we can take Bayern.
See, last night I would have said the same thing. I was there very like, oh God, Bayern. But now, for some reason, maybe it's because it's Friday, I woke up and I'm feeling quite optimistic. I feel that we just go for it. If we get them, just go at them, attack them. Because I know they overcame Juventus, but when Juventus went for them, they conceded goals. Because I don't subscribe to the idea that Jerome Boateng and that lot are great defenders. I think they're an assistant that suits them. But I still think that if you get at them, attacking with pace, they will make mistakes. I think they're not flawless, and he has this ability to mould people into a system that suits their kind of styles, but not necessarily. It kind of makes them look better than they are as individuals a lot of times. But that's a good manager, I guess. But
sticking with that theory, then, have Bayern Munich got better in the last 3, 4, 5 years, or is it just that 5 years ago they were number 2 to Barcelona, and Barcelona have taken a step backwards? And Bayern Munich have now just become the best team in the world, as opposed to overtaking Barcelona.
It's difficult. It's been hard for Pep at Bayern because they just won everything basically. When he came in. So how do you?
Yeah, they won the treble the year.
Yeah. How do you improve on perfection apart from building identity? But they've changed the way they played. He's implemented it well. They've got a new philosophy, and they've become this kind of team that no one wants to play anymore. Yeah. So that, and they've always that anyway, but to another level, to another degree, and it's. I would say, would they favour us over Barca this season, would you reckon?
I think,
obviously Barca have gone out now.
I think they were held on the same pedestal, but Barcelona have been there more on reputation, I think.
Yeah. So the glamorous assistant's gone. We've got another dramatic montage coming up. I think there's 2 on the montage thing. Have we seen any nervous laughs yet?
Not yet. There's been nervous applause.
Nervous applause.
If you're not watching it, there's about 15, 20 people in this room because there's only 4 teams, so it's a half full room.
A lot of them are just liggers there, aren't they? There just for the free wine, I guess. They're there like, get up at 10 in the morning, go and watch the Champions League draw, sod off to work. Simeone terrifies me because that is a man who'll do anything to win. As we saw it back in the day with Beckham, wasn't it? He was the one who got kicked and he was on the floor there during the England game, and that's a man just born to win.
So you said, do you want Joe Hart to stay with Pep Cummins?
Do we? Yeah, of course. So,
if Joe Hart leaves, there'll be a riot.
Sorry, someone just asked on a comment. Do we want Joe Hart to stay if Pep comes? I think so. Yeah, I think it's Mr. Manchester City.
Yeah, I think some players, right? Say for example, Joe Hart was 9.3 out of 10, and Manuel Neuer was say 9.5 or whatever. I think it's worth that 0.2 of a loss to give it the fact that he has a connection, identity with the club. I think sometimes the personality and an influence in the dressing room can override maybe a tiny lack of ability somewhere. And he's obviously so intrinsically part of Manchester City these days that he means so much to him.
Yeah.
I think, and he means so much to the fans, and obviously there's the homegrown connection too. Losing Joe Hart wouldn't just be a blow for the team, it'd be a blow for the club and for the fan base. It'd be everything, and I think he's a phenomenal keeper as well. A big game player.
People forget that Joe Hart won the game against PSG for us.
Yeah.
Simple as. If we didn't have Joe Hart, who put 4 key
those 3
saves.
kick saves from Zlatan.
Cavani
threw a goal, big hand. That's classic Joe Hart though, isn't it, when it matters?
I think, when it matters, he pulls it out, and I think last season was a little bit complacent and maybe made a few mistakes. This year, I think he's been pretty solid. Where he's conceded, I think, he's been at fault once or twice, but every goalkeeper makes mistakes. But this season, he's played with an ever-changing back 4 in front of him that have had so many issues. I think that this season he's been on top form.
All the big teams. Oh, there we go. We've had it confirmed. UEFA, we are one of the big teams.
Pedro Pinto says it. Eh?
I trust Pedro Pinto in my life. This is a man of honour and trust because he works for UEFA, obviously. Giorgio Marchetti. Have you heard of Giorgio Marchetti before?
I'm not. It feels like they just got through all the legends.
It's Claudio Ranieri's, mate. We've got Claudio Ranieri's. Well,
Younger brother,
young twitty, Giorgio Marchetti. He must be busy, Claudio, at the moment. He's got a Premier League to win. He's doing the draw. He'll be in it next season. Is that Marwood? I thought it was Marwood then. There's so much pensive beard smoking going on.
This guy's the mayor of Milan.
The mayor of Milan. No, this is a new one. That was
That was Pisa Pia.
Pisa
Pia, piano, Pia.
Which is his theme tune, most people don't know.
Yeah.
Every time he walks into a room. See, we've got the bowls are out. Look at that, just the 4 balls in there.
As soon as that hand goes into that jar.
The fondling balls. The nervous laughs are coming from us because there's an innuendo about to be made.
I think as well, this Giorgio Marchetti has been brought on to explain that he's going to pick teams out of
I've just realised we had a long explanation before.
Yeah.
we zoned out because it was that fascinating, but we zoned out. We've had the. I'm not going to get that as assistant, am I?
I'm not sure you are.
You're going to win this. Alex is going to go to town on the fondling balls and nervous laughs, which is. We've got another montage.
Is this Zanetti?
We've got Zanetti coming into
it.
No, it's not. Zanetti was a player, wasn't he?
Yeah, I remember watching Manchester City play Inter Milan in Dublin a few years ago in a friendly, and it was just at the very end of that peak.
Finish, it was Zanetti.
It was Stankovic.
Stankovic.
It was right at the very end of that sort of group of Inter players that were real serious, and they brought like Zanetti and Stankovic. It was just a ridiculous team.
There's a golden era for them, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Stankovic was great. He was one of those players who was never quite at the very, very, very highest level, but just a really solid player, just behind that elite pack.
He's the player that Matic could have become.
The player Matic could have become.
Yeah.
He still could. He still could, you know, he's only a young man. He's had a great season. That's sarcasm for those watching.
He's got ears like a rugby player, Dejan Stankovic.
God, he's a big bloke, isn't he? I don't remember him being that big, do you? Maybe the other guy's really small next to him. He's an ambassador now as well.
UEFA Champions League final ambassador.
That's a niche job. Ambassador.
No, Dejan, so you've got to work 3 days a year.
Half an hour is taxing. There's some nervous laughter going on here.
Yeah, we know that.
There was a guy there pretending to be amused by...
Sort of tickling.
I can't get over the fact it's Claudio Ranieri.
What room are they in? Is this? It looks like a sort of lecture hall. I like the idea that the
students have just been kicked out.
Yeah, there's 100 BTEC students sort of waiting outside. Like,
come on,
lads.
Bell going a minute. Like, 15 minutes. Yeah, there's definitely what's happening right now. The University of Zurich, I think, where they in? Neon. Nice.
Like Leon, but harder. Sort of more.
And brighter.
Yeah.
Good fun there. There's more.
So we've now got it's the chat show with Dejan Stankovic.
Dejan Stankovic's chat show. See, I'd like to see that. It's better than Loose Swimming. Dejan Stankovic and loads of mid-tier football legends. Get your ideas in for TV shows. I want to see.
Which footballer would be the best chat show host?
I just thought Robbie Savage and threw up. Yeah. I want to see Pavel Nedved. Full hair going on. I think he'd be great at that.
Paolo's pals.
Roy Keane's slot show. Roy Keane just arguing with a mirror.
Oh, Roy Keane represent Jeremy Kyle.
He'd be good at that.
Just
Maldini, there was a beautiful man. He'd be good at that show. You just look at his face and be happy. They do know how to draw this out, don't they? They really do. They've got a half an hour slot and they are going to fill it. They really are. See, Manchester City are in one of those balls there. Anything warm, do you reckon?
Oh, okay, so they're going to draw out the 4 semi-final sides in order, so home, then away, then home, then away. The side that are drawn out first will play at home in the first leg and then away in the second leg. So ideally, you want to be drawn out either second or fourth. And they're going to decide who is the official home side in the final, which does make a difference. You get to call a coin toss, decide which end you play and that kind of stuff. So they're very fine differences, but
it's a big difference.
Yeah. There we go.
Here we go. The first one.
Hat.
This is nerve-wracking. I'm genuinely nervous.
You're
I'm shaking. I'm shaking. This is it.
Manchester City out first.
So we got the home leg.
The home leg.
There's Bergenstein. He's not happy. He doesn't look happy, does he? He's angry about just seeing the club's name being drawn out of the hat.
That means we're going to have, whoever we play, the next team out of the hat, we're going to have to go there in the second leg.
We've got to do it away. We've got to do it the Man City way. We've got to do it the hard way. This is the moment.
Come on, lads.
Come on, lads.
Dejan,
it's going to be biased.
faith in you.
Dejan, who's he going to bring? I'm genuinely terrified.
Real Madrid! Come on!
Come on!
Yes!
Cristiano.
Certainly having that.
Braden's having Cristiano. He's going to go to change rooms, do his shins in. We're going to do it. We've got.
No, Stephen, I'm with you. If we're going to go anywhere second leg.
There's the laughter. Look at Cheeky's face. He's got a wry smile there. He's thinking, we can go at the Bernabeu. We can have them. He's thinking, that's going to be Cristiano on toast. It's going to be Bale in a sandwich. I don't know where I'm going with this. Red-related puns.
Don't say all these star players out loud, because it's just Bale, Ronaldo, Rodriguez. I'm starting to think that might not be a very good draw.
Kevin De Bruyne.
And there it is.
David Silva.
Atletico Madrid at home against Bayern Munich.
We got it wrong.
That's massive. Let us know what you're thinking. If people are happy with that. Real Madrid
I'm happy with that. I'm happy with it. Bernabeu, do a job at the Bernabeu. That's going to be difficult, let's be honest. It's going to be incredibly difficult. But keep it tight at the Etihad, which I think we can do. Then Vincent Kompany will be back, Mr. Dependable will be back, and then keep getting an away goal at the Bernabeu. They're not invincible. We can score against them. They aren't this elite team at the back defensively. They're just good going one way. Well, not just good. They're excellent going one way. But we can score at the Bernabeu, and if we've done well in the first game, then that away goal can win it for us.
Yeah, and I think as well you've got to remember is that this season, Ronaldo, Bale, Rodriguez,
Benzema.
Well, I'm hoping they play Benzema up front. I'm hoping they play Benzema up front because he's gone mad. And his off the field stuff has affected his season.
Yeah,
I'm looking at Ronaldo and thinking, you know what? This year he's scored 46 goals, but for some reason he doesn't terrify me the way that he used to. Gareth Bale has not been the player, and Benzema has not been the player. Those three, I look at them and go, actually, you know what? I'd have Aguero in front of Yaya, Silva, and De Bruyne. I'd take those four as a forward four over Rodriguez. Bale,
I'd take our back line over there.
This season. I'm not saying ever. I'm saying this season.
Vincent Kompany's getting in their defence as well, and Joe Hart is probably getting in a big game. Joe Hart, there's not many for more than him. All right, let's get the draw on there then.
Let's do it. I've just realised I've covered it in. So I'll go for the actual draw. Let's go. MCFC will be at home versus Real Madrid.
God, that feels good. That's in the Champions League semi-finals. How good does that say out loud?
And then Atletico
versus Bayern. Do you know what? That's going to be fascinating to witness, isn't it? That's the dogmatic, practical, determined approach versus possession football, skill, flair. How we destroy the board. It's chaos in the BlueMoonRising Studios.
Destroy the set. Well, I'm looking. Yeah, that's magic draw. I think it's the one. I think I said on the other day. Is that the ideal lineup for me would be City play Real Madrid, Atletico play Bayern.
It's set up. I just realised it's set up for the final, for the Pep Pellegrini final.
The Pep Pellegrini final, or Atletico Real final, but I prefer the Pep Pellegrini final.
Do you know what? Football likes fate, it likes stories, it does, and for whatever reason. And do you know what? The players know this. It's something that subconsciously goes through players' heads, and even Real, Atletico players are thinking, God, it's going to be City Bayern. Everyone will be aware of this kind of story and this kind of the way things unfold, and it just seems to be set to be our manager versus our new manager in the Champions League final. That is crazy to think about.
It'd be one of the biggest Champions League finals ever that happened.
The story is incredible, isn't it?
It'd be up there with Barcelona and Atletico a couple of years ago, or Munich Dortmund a few years ago. That was a big one.
Now imagine if this happens, you get to the final. Imagine the determination if Pep alone to win it, and then in our players to beat their new manager, to prove that they are capable of hanging around next season to do a job at City.
But imagine for Pep Guardiola, he's taken 3 jobs in football, and twice he's got into a club that have just won the Champions League. That's a tough gig.
I mean, that's far ahead, but that would be something else. And there's the trophy. They've got the trophy held really awkwardly, and a small man on the right looking lost.
But Jamie, what people say in the comments?
People seem pretty happy with Madrid.
People seem pretty happy with Madrid. I think, yeah, I'd take that. I think it's positive. I think we'll probably do some a little bit more coverage of it in depth a little bit later. So make sure you're checking out BlueMoonRisingTV throughout the day.
Should we sign it off here then?
I think so.
Right, well guys, I hope you enjoyed the live stream. Yeah, get in the comments. Anyway, let us know who you think. Is Bayern going to do it against Atletico? Do you think we can take a result back to the Bernabeu to get through? Subscribe on the channel if you haven't already. Drop a like on the video and we'll see you soon.